Hey, what's up guys? GKPunk here with some more Hitman video, and a new challenge just came out like a day ago called the Big Boom in Whittleton Creek, and you unlock the party cracker. So it's a quick look at that challenge here, and it's actually this one: eliminate both targets in a single explosion. Now this one doesn't really have that much opportunities where you can just get the targets together naturally by themselves, but something like this challenge, which can be triggered to get the targets to show up and talk to each other, and you can do that by doing this challenge called You Had Me at Bodyguard, which allows the targets to show up for a meeting. So I will attempt to do that. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so the setup for this is I'm going to start fumigation. I'm bringing in a pistol, a seeker, a micro taser, and extra durian as an emetic. I will very likely be using the seeker, but probably not the durian. And yeah, that's the setup. Alright, starting off with the Baddie's back garden. I'm gonna grab the lawsuit and the shovel to pick up the clues. I plan on finishing the mission, so for that we need to grab the clues, and there are 3 clues to grab. From this side I'm gonna grab 2. Those are the 2, the cigar box and the lawsuit file, and the final one will be in Janus's house. You can alternatively grab the key or the letter from Green, but I don't kind of see the point, the extra effort for that. So the first camera is on the left side of the house, approaching from the back. I'm going to leave this one behind for avoiding a bullet impact, because there's another one that's on the inside of the house. Not going through the bathroom, and the first one is in this crew quarters type room, and then the second one is in the gun vault, and then the third one, that's the one that's outside looking over by the stairs. Grab some pistol ammo, not really needed, but and then there's that bullet impact notice because of the 2 shots being close to each other. And then one more inside the house in the first floor, and then the final one is in front of the house, to be tucking behind this car, also waiting enough so Nolan or his guard doesn't hear it for a target lockdown. Nolan lockdown has weird effects, at least from my testing, so I'm not really sure, and I was trying to avoid it, so we're gonna be not doing that. Alright, so this challenge says to kill both targets with explosion, so it could be any explosion. So we're gonna go with silent assassin explosion, which is explosion accident. That's why I brought in the taser. And now to take out the final 5 cameras in Janus's house, there are 4 on the outside, I believe. There's the first one on the left side, approaching it from the back again. And gonna set up this generator for a Janus bodyguard while I go take care of the cameras on the outside. Go through the garage. Watch out for this blue guy on the right, and then that's the camera. Using instinct, pretty easy to spot. And by this time, Janus's guard is here for an easy KO. And a disguise swap, and then gonna sneak behind Gunther not to get spotted. He is an enforcer. And then there's actually one camera that's upstairs on the inside. Let's take care of that one. Waiting for the guard to move away, also shooting the metal part of the camera to not have bullet impact. If you hit the glass, it hits the glass, then hits the camera. And bullet impact, if it lasts long enough, is going to trigger Janus's target lockdown, which I am trying to avoid. And then I shot the camera box, which will remove the cameras from instinct, but there's 2 more left. One right as you come out the stairs, on the side of the house, and the final one is above on the roof. And after this, you'll get this dialogue from Diana with the thorough display of surveillance. And the setup is here between the mole hole and the pile of leaves. I'm gonna stick the thing right in the middle, and basically I have to wait, so I'm just gonna fast forward this part through where I'm just waiting for Nolan and Janice to show up. Lots of waiting later, so he finally shows up. That was like 5 times fast forwarded, I'm pretty sure, and it still felt like forever. Might have to put in some sort of music in there post. But after, because of no lockdown, Janus is actually going to be on the 2nd floor, which takes longer. I did experiment a little bit with only Janus lockdown, which would put him on the 1st floor. Sometimes he locks down to the shed, which is to the left of the screen, and that would make it faster. But I've also had it where instead of standing by the tree where I put the propane, they stand to the right of the screen by the, I don't know, garden area or whatever. And so I wasn't sure what causes that, and this takes way too long to experiment, so I didn't really bother with it. And the Seeker will come in handy now because to avoid non-target kills, these guards that are personal bodyguards to the targets need to be taken out of commission, and Seekers are a good way of doing that. Just make him sick, have him leave for a little bit, and obviously have Gunther to deal with as well. But before that, Janus actually has to show up, which will take a while. He is one of the slower NPCs. Yeah, but that's basically it for this challenge. There's not much going on. If you haven't done the other challenges related to this setup, like the unreasonable scope and reasonable scope and all the other stuff, may as well pop in a save at some point just so you can load it up and do all of them at once. For the scope ones, make sure to bring a sniper with body piercing ammo so that you can at least get the one-shot kill from Schmidt's garden. But here it is, there they are, both targets near the range of the propane. Press the button, both of them blown up, big boom. Challenge completed, and you basically done. You actually don't even need to finish the mission at all, or do it Silent Assassin. I figured I'd come up with a route. Often we don't get challenges that allow or some sort of routing. It's mostly just do the thing. Like the last Whittleton Creek challenge was throwing a bunch of muffins into the Whittleton Creek. Like, what the heck was that? So I figured I'd try this. Hopefully enough people are still here to watch the rest of the run. But that's it. That's 9 minutes in-game time. The video will be probably around the same time, but slightly shortened because of the fast forward and the intro. So yeah, that's the challenge, the Party Cracker. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one. Go watch the Elusive Target video.